Okay, YouTube, today we're going to be talking about muzzle flashes along with blood hits. So for, action movies or anything. So check out this footage we're going to be making. Alright, so I hope you guys thought that was pretty funny and clever. But to start off, we're going to take all of our footage and I'm just going to pre-compose it. And I'll just name it my footage. So what we're going to do first is track the motion for the scene where the muzzle flash comes in. So I'm just going to pick a point here, and I'm going to hit Analyze Forward. Make sure to check out my vid right here about some advanced motion tracking. Okay, so we're going to create a new null object, and we're going to go back to this layer and hit Edit Target, hit OK, Apply, X and Y, OK. And we're going to find the spot where Tim shoots his pistol here. And we're going to bring in a muzzle flash straight from the Action Essentials 2 pack. You can also find an image on Google, just like this one. And you're going to want to make this 1 frame long. And we're going to move it to the tip of the barrel there. And now we're going to duplicate the muzzle flash. And on the top layer, we're going to go to Effect, Blur, and Sharpen. Go to Fast Blur. And then just bring it up just a touch. You could play around with it just to see. You don't want it too blurry, but you don't want it too crisp. And then for the bottom one, you're going to go to Blur and Sharpen and apply a Gaussian blur and boost this up quite a bit. I really like this effect because it gives it like almost like a blur effect, which most muzzle flashes are lacking nowadays on the internet. But you're going to want to select both of the muzzle flash layers and pre-compose those. I'm going to name it muzzle flash and hit OK. And you're going to select that new pre-composed layer, and we're actually going to hide it with that eyeball, and we're going to create a mask by selecting the pen tool, and we're going to make a mask around the pistol along with his arms, and we can check the eyeball back on, and we're going to hit M on the layer, go to Subtract on the drop down, and then you can turn off the mask by hitting that button right there. And you could drop down the mask menu, bring up the feather a little bit, not a lot. Okay, so we're looking pretty good. We're gonna hide all of that for now, and we're gonna bring in a muzzle smoke layer from the Action Essentials 2 pack, and we're gonna bring it up to the point at which Tim shoots the gun. And notice here that the background is black on this one. So you have to change the mode to screen, which gets rid of the black, and you just have the smoke. The smoke at the beginning is a little delayed, so we're going to have to trim that down and also rescale the smoke. Along with, we're going to add a little rotation, a sec. So here we have to trim it a little bit because it starts there, and we want it to shoot out immediately, right as Tim shoots. So we're going to move it back to the muzzle flash, and now we're going to rotate it around, give it some randomness, put it directly on top of that muzzle flash, and all we have to do is parent it to that null object. Now what I'm going to do is just right click it, go to time stretch, and we're going to bring it down just a touch. That means it's a little faster coming out of the barrel there. So that's looking pretty good for the muzzle flash part. And I'm just going to add a little blur to the smoke because, might be a little blur in there. It's being shot out of a gun. So that's looking good. Okay, for the blood hits, I'm going to bring in two different powder hits from the Action Essentials 2 pack. I'm going to tint one of them with color correction tint. I'm going to bring both colors down to a darkish red. So I'm going to speed these two layers up by doing the time stretch method. And all that is left to do is just parent both of those to the null object, and you should be good.